Let me now go across to Mr. Vikas Singh. He's the lawyer of Sushant Singh Rajput's father, the man who was instrumental in getting that FIR registered in Bihar. Mr. Singh, thank you so much for speaking to India today. My first question to you, sir, what do you make of these flip-flops that we are seeing from Rhea Chakraborty and her legal team? Initially, she herself had tweeted and wanted a CBI inquiry. Today, it seems that they are suggesting that CBI inquiry, which has been ordered by the government of Bihar, is against the federal structure.
Well, it clearly shows that she was never interested in this matter, going to the logical end and the real culprit being, caught. Because the whole purpose was that to ask for a CBI inquiry, she was wanting to get the sympathy of the people, trying to project herself as the victim. And the Mumbai police also was treating her with kid gloves, and they were, treating her also like a complainant, and she is talking merrily with the DCP, and they are having long conversations, and probably they must be having WhatsApp calls also, which may also surface in due course of time when the proper investigation starts. So I am really amazed that when a complaint has been made to the police and they are at least aware of it, maybe not in writing, they are aware of it, that there is a complaint, for that Rhea Chakraborty is responsible or may be responsible for something which happens to Sushant. Still, the police in Mumbai has taken a stand as if Rhea has done nothing, and examines her after 4 days, and the people who are living there, and all this they do in an inquest proceeding, which really speaking does not empower them to enlarge the scope of this investigation. Investigation, the kind of what they're doing in Mumbai, could have only been done if there had been an FIR. In this case, there was no FIR in Mumbai, so I don't see why they have any objection or there is any question of federal structure in this matter, because there is only one FIR law registered today, which is registered in Patna rightfully and now transferred to the CBI. So I think the CBI should take up this matter at the earliest and get justice to the family.
What about the assertion that there is no jurisdiction as far as the Bihar government is concerned to in fact send this case to the CBI? Even in the Supreme Court today, the center has become a party to this. What do you make of the fact that since there is the inquiry which is open in Mumbai, the CBI, the Supreme Court hearing is pending, the government of Bihar cannot send this case to the CBI?
Well, I'll tell you, the law is very clear on this. People don't appreciate the jurisdiction aspect in criminal law is complainant-centric. It is not accused-centric, number one. Number two, the CRPC under 179 says that wherever the consequence of a crime is felt, that place will have jurisdiction. Now, in this case, the father, who is the only legal heir of Sushant Singh Rajput, lives in Patna. Now, the two consequences that he has felt in Patna is firstly the death of his son. So just imagine in an Indian family, the son lights the pyre for the father. So his son who would have lit his pyre is no more. And secondly, the case of 406 of the IPC is made out, where there is an allegation that she has criminal breach of trust and she has misused his money. Now that money, if it had remained in his account, will go to the father only because he is the legal heir today, because Sushant was not married, he has no children. So the immediate legal heir of Sushant will be father only. So these are the two consequences which are directly in Patna, and accordingly Patna had jurisdiction. So if Patna had jurisdiction, then and there are direct judgments of the Supreme Court on this. I mean, this is not something which is any more res integra. This is not something which is open for any discussion. Supreme Court has categorically ruled on this. And even from a practical point of view, just look at this as from a practical point of view. You expect the complainant to go to Mumbai to get the justice for his son, and the accused says, no, I will be inconvenienced in going to Patna. So, I mean, this is something which is preposterous. This is not what our jurisprudence says. So, I personally feel that this jurisdiction issue is just a bogey.
You said,
it's just a...
Sir, you said that it is also a matter of the money, which allegedly has been siphoned off Sushant Singh Rajput's account. What are the loopholes that you have so far seen which have been pointed out by the Bihar police? Because Bihar police say that there are a lot of investigation points that need to be investigated which have completely been overlooked by the Mumbai police. What, according to you, are 2 or 3 important loopholes so far?
Well, it will not be proper for me to comment on that. And firstly, secondly, I don't even know what Patna police has collected, because this is not something which is shared with the complainant or with the family. So it will be not proper to discuss all this on any channel, because that will in some manner or the other prejudice the investigation. So I think let us keep it at that. Thank you. Thank you.
So my last question before I let you go, Mr. Singh, just one quick question. The money angle that you say that the police is probing, CA of Sushant Singh Rajput says that he did not even have the kind of net worth that the family is alleging at this moment. On the other hand, now phone calls are also being scrutinized. Do you think it is now becoming a case of only allegations being made into public domain?
Well, the CA, firstly, who is making this statement is not the CA, anymore, because once a person dies, then you don't have a right to represent that person anymore. And Sushant had a CA who had been doing his, accounts for quite some time. And this particular CA was brought in by Ria. So obviously
yes,
he will sing whatever Ria wants him to sing. So probably at some stage the investigation will also have to go on to him. And he will also then have to be told, and he will have to also be interrogated to find out how and what all he did, because there are a lot of cash withdrawals from the account and for office expenses. Now, how does a CS certify office expenses if there was no office running? So all that are questions, which it is better not said like this. Let it be investigated. I don't want to, prompt the investigation in a particular direction. These are very competent people, both the ED and the CBI. And CBI has also made a very, very,
right,
a very special team for this investigation. So let us wait for that, and let's hope, keep our fingers crossed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh, for joining us here on India Today with your perspective, with your side of this entire case. While Ria Chakraborty and her team says it's a witch hunt against a woman without any conclusive evidence so far. Either way, the fact remains, Ria Chakraborty will have to, in fact, face the investigation. And the more she tries, in fact, her lawyers try, don't give it to CBI, don't give it to Bihar police, the perception would be that she's running away from the investigation. Whatever has to happen, this way or that, with a conclusive evidence only, a fair investigation, and hopefully that is the CBI which is going to do it without any political bias as far as this case is concerned. Thank you so much, Mr. Singh, for joining us with your inputs on this. I'm slipping into a very short break. On the other side, we now focus on the COVID numbers. India is now standing at more than 2 million cases. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, more than 20 lakh cases of COVID-19. We have posted more than 60,000 cases in a day as well. And this is only getting worse as far as the spread of the COVID-19 is concerned. We'll get you more details on that after a short break. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.